Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Volpe. I am the speech language pathologist here at Speak, Learn, and Play. This month's theme is all about foundations. And today I want to talk about the foundations that make communication possible. When parents come to me, especially parents of young kids, my child isn't talking yet. I know they understand everything that I'm saying. I know they know the words, but they won't use them, especially when it counts. What do I do? Well, what I often try to tell parents, and again, this is not for every single kid that walks through our door, but for a lot of them, is that speech doesn't start with words. Before children can engage in language meaningfully, they need certain foundations in place. So today, I want to talk about what those three important foundations are, what they look like when they're shaky, and how in speech therapy and through parent work, we can support families. And often it doesn't look like traditional speech work. So language is not something that a child produces. It is something they participate in. It is something we all participate in. We are not passive about communication. It takes attention, and we communicate best when we are connected to people. And those are the key foundations to expressive language: attention, the ability to notice and stay with another person, regulation, a calm body, a nervous system that's calm and is ready to engage, and connection, feeling safe, being interested, and motivated enough to connect. When these systems are solid, language has somewhere to land. When they're not, even children who know words may struggle to use them. So why do these foundations come first? Well, a child who's dysregulated may be in fight or flight or just shut down, and learning can't happen there. A lot of times we come back to it later. That's because the body needs to be regulated and the nervous system needs to be calm. A child who struggles with attention may miss the meaning behind language, may miss important keywords. A lot of times kids with attention are so preoccupied with their next thought, or they see their shiny toy and they're not listening to what you're saying. They're missing opportunities for communication. And then the next one is connection. A child who doesn't feel connected is not going to be motivated or see communicating as worth the effort. Language, words, requires readiness, neurologically, emotionally, and socially. So that's often why pushing for more vocabulary or clearer speech doesn't really get you the meaningful back and forth in language that parents are looking for. So what happens when these foundations are a little shaky? What does that look like? Well, limited, inconsistent initiation, meaning your child or a child may not be coming to you when they need help. Maybe there's a problem they need to solve, but instead of coming to you, they just let it go. Maybe only talking when prompted, when asked questions, when told to repeat something. If you see shutdowns, avoidance, or big emotional reactions around activities or instances where language is required, you might see really good comprehension skills, but very little talking. I know that they know what I'm asking them to do. I know that they understand a two-step command, but why are we not getting the response back? And sometimes there could be other issues besides any of these three foundations, and we deal a lot with that in speech therapy, primarily the muscle movements. But in terms of kids where we know that there is no muscle-based issue and there really is no other reason why they're not using words as they should, it might be because one of these three foundations is not available to them at the moment. So how can you support your kids where you know they can do it, but they're just not? One of the things that, we instruct our parents to do is, one, make it fun and move. Movement is regulating. We see it here in our sensory gym. For our kids who, might be a little more quiet or reluctant to talk, we have them running in the gym. We have them on the swings. It will often increase our kids' output. So, we might suggest going on the swing, playing stop and go, do it through any type of sensory input, jumping up and down, anything that will get your kid moving will help with regulation, building attention through shared routines. My favorite one, especially because most kids love the bath, is routines around bath time. And also kids are sort of in a confined space, so they're more readily able to attend to you. And back and forth play in the bathtub, you splash, I splash. And it doesn't always have to be verbal. Sort of attending to what someone is doing will help build attention skills and make someone sound interesting or be interesting so that kids will listen and want to connect. Not asking tons and tons of questions. What'd you do today? How was it? Did you play with so-and-so? So kids don't respond to that, and it's not regulating. It's not a form of connection. It's quizzing. We really like things like, tell me one fun thing that you did today, right? It helps the language. It decreases the language demands, but also improves connection because you're showing interest, right? You really want to know what can make you laugh. What made your kid laugh? What made your kid sad today? And most kids, when asked a pointed question, will start to come up with some verbal responses to that or any type of response. So when these three things are in place, when attention, regulation, and connection improve, language becomes more spontaneous. Communication becomes more functional. I mean, even building connection through bedtime routines and laying down with your child, and even if you're just talking about your day without any expectation of them talking back, those provide connections where kids will feel safe and they will use the words when they're ready. Words stick when the system's ready. So thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you soon.